The Mongol Empire, forged by Genghis Khan in the early 13th century, rapidly grew from a collection of warring nomadic tribes into the largest contiguous land empire in history. Through a blend of brilliant strategy, innovative military organization, and the unification of Mongolia's tribes, Genghis Khan established a powerful state that stretched from the Pacific to the heart of Europe. His death in 1227 marked a pivotal moment for the empire, as leadership passed to his chosen successor. The years that followed would see the Mongol Empire expand even further, but also face new challenges, succession disputes, the complexities of ruling vast territories, and the seeds of eventual fragmentation. This script explores the Mongol Empire's journey after Genghis Khan, focusing on its expansion under Ögedei, the process of succession, the rise of internal divisions, and the enduring legacy left on world history. Following Genghis Khan's death in 1227, his third son, Ögedei, was confirmed as the new Great Khan, after a brief regency by his younger brother Tolui. Ögedei's ascension was the result of careful planning and consensus among Genghis Khan's sons, ensuring a relatively smooth transition of power. As ruler, Ögedei continued his father's legacy of conquest, launching a series of ambitious campaigns that pushed Mongol armies deep into Eastern Europe. Under his leadership, the Mongols invaded Russia, Hungary, Bulgaria, Poland, and beyond, culminating in the formation of the Golden Horde, a powerful Mongol state in the west. Ögedei's reign was marked not only by military expansion, but also by efforts to maintain imperial unity and strengthen administration. He established the city of Karakorum as the empire's capital, promoted trade, and improved communication across the vast territories. However, his sudden death in 1241 brought the Mongol advance in Europe to a halt and triggered the first major succession crisis, setting the stage for future internal conflict. The period following Genghis Khan's death was marked by the reigns of three successive Great Khans, Ögedei, Guyuk, and Mongke. Ögedei, Genghis Khan's third son, was chosen as his successor through the traditional Kurultai, a grand council of Mongol nobles. Ögedei's leadership continued the empire's expansion and helped consolidate its vast territories, but his death in 1241 triggered a turbulent regency under his widow, Turajin. She maneuvered to secure the throne for their son, Guyuk, but the process was fraught with political intrigue and opposition from other powerful Mongol princes, especially Batu of the Golden Horde. Guyuk's rule was short and contentious, marked by ongoing disputes and power struggles among the royal family. After Guyuk's death, another Kurultai was convened, leading to the rise of Mongke, a son of Tolui, who shifted the balance of power away from Ögedei's descendants. Mongke's reign brought reforms and further expansion, but his death in 1259 proved pivotal. It sparked the Toluid Civil War, a conflict that fractured the unity of the empire and set the stage for its eventual division into separate khanates, permanently altering the political landscape of the Mongol world. Kublai Khan emerged as a dominant figure in the aftermath of these internal struggles. In 1260, he was proclaimed Great Khan, but his authority was contested by rival branches of the family. Kublai focused on consolidating power in China, launching a successful campaign against the southern Song dynasty. This conquest unified China under Mongol rule for the first time and led to the founding of the Yuan Dynasty, with Kublai as its emperor. Under his leadership, the Mongol Empire reached the height of its power, presiding over a vast and diverse realm that stretched from Eastern Europe to East Asia. However, governing such a multicultural empire posed significant challenges. Kublai had to balance Mongol traditions with the administrative needs of a Chinese-style court, manage tensions among different ethnic groups, and address resistance in newly conquered territories. Despite these difficulties, Kublai's reign marked the peak of Mongol imperial achievement, even as the empire's unity continued to erode, foreshadowing its eventual fragmentation. The death of Mongke Khan in 1259 marked the beginning of a new era for the Mongol Empire, one defined by internal strife and eventual fragmentation. With no clear successor, the empire was plunged into the Toluid Civil War, as rival factions within the royal family vied for supremacy. This conflict, combined with other disputes such as the Berke-Hulagu War and the Kaidu-Kublai War, severely weakened the authority of the Great Khan and shattered the unity that had once defined the Mongol world. Out of this turmoil, the Mongol Empire fractured into four major khanates, each evolving into an independent power. The first was the Golden Horde, which dominated Eastern Europe and the Eurasian steppes. Founded by Batu Khan, a grandson of Genghis, the Golden Horde controlled vast territories stretching from Russia to the Black Sea, exerting influence over Slavic principalities and facilitating trade across the region. The second was the Chagatai Khanate, located in Central Asia. Named after Chagatai, Genghis Khan's second son, this Khanate encompassed the heartlands of the Silk Road, including modern-day Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and parts of western China. The Chagatai Khanate became a crossroads of cultures and commerce, but also suffered from frequent internal divisions and power struggles among competing Mongol princes. The third division was the Ilkhanate, established by Hulagu Khan in Persia and Iran. The Ilkhanate's territory extended across present-day Iran, Iraq, and parts of the Caucasus. It played a pivotal role in the region's political and cultural transformation, adopting many aspects of Persian administration and eventually converting to Islam, which helped integrate the Mongol rulers with their local subjects. The fourth and most prominent division was the Yuan Dynasty in China, founded by Kublai Khan. While the Yuan emperors claimed the title of Great Khan and nominal supremacy over the other khanates, in practice, their authority was largely limited to China and Mongolia. The Yuan dynasty presided over a multicultural empire, blending Mongol and Chinese traditions, but struggled to maintain control over the increasingly independent khanates to the west. Although the Yuan dynasty in Beijing held the ceremonial title of Khagan, the four khanates operated as sovereign states, each pursuing its own interests and diplomatic relations. The initial years after the split were marked by intermittent cooperation, but also by open conflict. Notably, the Berke-Hulagu War pitted the Golden Horde against the Ilkhanate, as religious and territorial disputes erupted between Berke, a Muslim ruler, and Hulagu, who remained a Buddhist. Similarly, the Kaidu-Kublai War saw the Chagatai Khanate and its allies challenge the authority of the Yuan dynasty, further deepening the divisions. By the end of the 13th century, the once unified Mongol Empire had irrevocably splintered into four distinct khanates. Each khanate developed along its own political, cultural, and religious lines, shaping the history of Eurasia for centuries to come. The era of Mongol unity had ended, replaced by a legacy of powerful successor states that continued to influence the world long after the empire's fragmentation.